We wheel them and we turn them and we rock them and we sound them and we temper them and laughs the rhythm sweet.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Rhythm Suite. I'm your host Felicia Renee, and today we'll be making Fountain Pimento Oil. Welcome back guys, we're sitting here with Sandra Gustad, right, aka Lady English, and we're going to be making pimento oil today?
Yes, we're making fountain pimento oil for all your aches and pains.
Alright, let's get started.
Alright, the first thing, these leaves come straight from Jamaica, okay? This is the bag that they come in. As soon as I get them, I have to freeze them right away to make sure that they remain fresh. If they're not fresh, then I have to chuck them out. See, like that one, it ain't fresh. It was dying a little bit, had a bit of brown, so we don't use those ones, okay?
Okay.
We use good leaves. Alright?
So you have to go through the bag and...
No, I just grab a few, you know what I'm saying? And as I come across ones that ain't no good, I put them in this tub with the rest of the oils and the other leaves so that they continue to ferment and get stronger over time. So basically, I cut the leaf in half, and then I cut it in half again. Right, it has to be soft and pliable so that it can go in the bottle. Then we put in 3 pimento berries. This is for colouring, called annatto seeds, right? They use it for food colouring in Jamaica, but we're just going to put 2 in, okay, for colour, okay? It makes it red, makes it rich looking, and it's also a natural preservative, okay? So you can put 3. You did good already. Awesome.
And it changes the colour of it.
Right, over time it just gets redder and redder and redder, because when you first bottle it, it's quite brown. So the annatto seed makes it a consistent colour. Alright, so in about a week or so it will be quite red. What we do, we soak the leaves, fever grass, peppermint, cinnamon, nutmeg, eucalyptus, and you have to leave it for at least a week, 2 weeks, right, so it ferments and all the benefits come out of the leaves.
So how did Fountain Pimento Oil get started?
Well, it actually got started on a trip to Jamaica. My mum's Jamaican, my dad is too, but my mum, she comes from St. Thomas. So I'd gone to look for my aunt, her sister and that. Everyone kept telling me about Bath Fountain, which is world-renowned mineral bath. People go there for healing, for aches and pains. And basically, the history behind Bath Fountain is that a runaway slave, okay, he'd been injured. He escaped his slave masters. And to heal his wounds, okay, he found that spring, which was Bath Fountain. Mineral water spewing out of the rocks in Bath Fountain, and it healed him. So people go there, people who have rheumatism, arthritis, severe joint pains, chronic pains, basically, they go there. You bathe under this hot water. It's boiling hot, right?
Really?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's really hot. It's flipping hot. Yeah, so after you have that, they massage you. They put a mud paste all over you. And then you rinse that off, you get a massage, and basically all your aches and pains are healed. They massage you with this, what I know now to be pimento oil.
And it's real? Like it really does heal you?
It really does. It's so strong. I was in a car accident over here a few years ago, and I used to go and get cortisone shots in my shoulder every 3 months. So after I had the massage that night, no pain, nothing. So I was like, I'm going to go back and see if I can bring it up here to sell. When I came back to New York, I said to them, I told them I'm going to sell the stuff, and they have to tell me exactly what's in it so that I can go to the FDA and see if it's something I'm allowed to bring here. So I bought 15 gallons from them initially. So the oil came, right? So I was excited but for my oil, and it came and I pulled it out. I was like, this ain't the oil. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a completely different colour. It was thick and heavy. There was no scent. And I thought, what's this? So anyway, come to find out, there was no pimento leaves in there. They hadn't even used olive oil, which is what they told me was in it. And I don't know how much castor oil was in it, but it was really horrible. When you rubbed it on your skin, it was rolly. And, when I called to say, what the bloody hell is this? Right. They said, it's vegetable oil. You can use that. I'm like, no, you can't use vegetable oil. So I was disappointed, and that batch was, so I said, you know what? I'll get some more leaves. Got the fever grass, peppermint, and then I just experimented and left it to soak all the leaves. I just tested it on people that I knew had a bad leg, bad knee, and then I was doing radio. So I started talking about the oil, what it was good for, and offering samples, and people would call in, send samples, and those were the guinea pigs in the early days. And when I knew it was really, really good, my children's babysitter at the time, she had an accident. She'd fallen down the stairs in her building. The way she broke her foot, she had like screws in there to hold her ankle and that. And she was always complaining about pain. So I gave her a little bottle to try. And she said, oh God, Sandra, this thing work. I'm not going to get my lawsuit money now. I got you. So that's when I knew I was onto something. Because she's like, oh God. You know you, them Trinis, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's when I knew I was onto something. And that was the birth of Fountain. So after I did the samples and give it away, I advertised in a Caribbean newspaper in New York, offering to go to nursing homes for free or churches and massage shoulders, knees, that kind of thing. And that was 2008. So in 2009, I just launched it full on. Do you know what I'm saying? The labels, got everything sorted. It's amazing. It's powerful. Pimento is a very potent analgesic. It numbs pain. As I said, my parents are Jamaican, so I'm used to seeing pimento berries soaked with ginger in rum. Okay, and if you had a chest pain or any fever, they would your forehead and all of that stuff. So you know, it's something that they've been using in Jamaica for centuries. And in my research before I brought it here, I realised that the British people were, you know, when we were still in our slavery time, it was one of their pharmaceuticals that they would use for aches and pains and as a remedy for toothache. So it's actually been in existence, not the plant itself, but been used as a medicinal aid for a really long time, and it really, really is good. I'm an advocate for natural medicine, holistic medicine, and not just going to the doctor and getting all the medicines that are going to harm you. You know, you're going to get palpitations, you're going to get risk of a stroke or blood clot. You know, some of the tablets that they give you if you have nerve damage or any discomfort. So we try to advocate for healthy medicine, and that's what, natural, organic, and just prolonging life and not lining the pockets of these huge pharmaceutical companies, which is what doctors are doing basically. You know, they don't want to hear about all of this. You know what I'm saying? They want you to get a refill, get a prescription, and then they're just going to give you refills for the rest of your life. Okay, so we're going to zip over here. I'm going to show you the tub, because basically it takes 24 hours to prepare the leaves and to extract the benefits from the leaves. I'm not going to say how we do it. People will be copying me and I'll be out of business. But basically, after we've extracted the benefits from the leaves, you have to leave it to soak for at least a week, 2 weeks.
How would you say that your Jamaican roots have influenced Fountain?
Well, the name Fountain, it emanates from the parish in St. Thomas Bar Fountain, where I first discovered it. So it was to give them credit. And originally this business was for them. Do you know what I'm saying? It was to grow their micro business. Do you know what I'm saying? And that I would just be selling it for them. Basically, I'll be buying it and marketing it and stuff like that. For right now, to keep it consistent, authentic, and so that the recipe doesn't change. Do you know what I'm saying? We do small batches. We don't make, as you can see, we're not industrialized in any way. There's no machinery involved. It's just hand and jug, and do you know what I'm saying? And keeping it small, because I want the formula to remain the same and that it has the same benefit all the time.
What's next?
My other product? Okay. For the business, well, we've grown. Okay, we started with this one, 2 sizes of the Pimentel oil. The next product that we launched in 2010, I think it was the Jamaican black castor hair food. Mighty Roots is for those ladies who have no edges. Okay, so you and I both have edges. We don't have that problem. No. But there are some ladies and they have a really, you know, and that's because they mismanage their hair. We're wearing the lace front wigs or tight braids, and you know, the hairline is receding further and further back. How I came up with the peppermint is because, you know, a lot of girls wear weave, and you always see the girls banging their head and they're digging it with their nail, the tip and that, and it's itching. Do you know what I'm saying, right? And the peppermint is the one that I found out it cools your scalp and it kills bacteria. It's antifungal. And that's how we settled on using peppermint leaves. But I didn't want the peppermint leaves from here. I had to find the right peppermint leaves from Jamaica. And then after that, it became about more pain. Some people said, yeah, they love the pimento oil, but it can't get all the way in their bones. And so I already know the benefits of Epsom salt and Dead Sea salt. So I just decided to do a blend of salts with pimento oil added. That was a massage and healing oil. It's also aromatherapy, so it relieves congestion. The salts are so powerful.
Would you go out and start teaching people literally how to do this and help this well?
I would. I believe that, you know, if you know about things that's good for people, okay, because, you know, the doctors are there, sure, do you know what I'm saying? But At the same time, the medicine is harming some people. We try to advocate for healthy medicine, and that's what Fountain is. It's about natural, wholesome products to grow your hair and to relieve pain. So this is Sandra Gustard, also known as Lady English, and the Rhythm Sweet.
We'll be right back.